Good morning, everybody, from me and Olive. It is 8 a.m. and last night, well, there's Raven over there. Raven's here also. Last night I got off work at 6 p.m. Loaded this turd up and headed north. I'm in Ohio for Nostarbash. This is the, I guess this is like the Tahoe and the Z's first drift event. First like drift adventure.
Yeah, I like that.
So we drove and we drove and we drove, and we found this beautiful house and decided we'd sleep inside of it. Yeah, we decided we'd sleep inside this house. Beautiful house. And I'll show you whose house it is. God, the walls are fucking heavy. Couple things. One, you might remember that me and Orion came here and bought a car and also gave this car to this person as a crappy rolling shell. Transformed into a Pro 2 FD car. And this is Jeff Donati's house. There he is right there. Boom. Give him a follow on Instagram. Follow him through his Pro 2 career. Supercharged LS in here. Making a bunch of power and whatnot. But he also just built the Z. So now we're Z homies. And we're going to go shred at Nostarbash. Get a sneak peek at Jeff's car. Looks good. It's very pretty up here. Nothing like Kentucky, but still pretty. Got this little lake. There's a guy out there fishing. Lolly, I'm trying to film something. Alright, we're just about to dad it up, huh, Lols? Hello, girl. Let's go say hi to everybody. So we're all set up here. Got the Z all wiped down. There's Donati's new Z. We've got these beautiful cars. There's a lot of really nice cars in the Midwest, and I guess I was unaware of that. We got your boy Dustin Miles over here. Hey, look at me just dadding it up.
It's the best, ain't it?
It is.
It's the best.
Got a Carlos sticker on the Pro 2 car. Looks good. This car's pretty wild. Motec, Samsonis. How much power does this thing make? Like 800?
No, 620.
Could it make 800?
It could.
Yeah.
It's about to. I got an intake manifold coming for it. I'm going to do direct port nitrous and turn the boost up.
But you're running a stock 2J.
No, it's a 1J.
Oh, it's a 1J.
Still 1J. Portion.
Is it a 1.5?
Yeah, they rev better and they sound cooler to me.
I think they sound cooler as well.
Yeah.
I agree with you. So here's the track. I'm not really sure how they run it. I think you enter, you come up on the wall, then you come down into this little infield section, but I'm not entirely sure. Looks pretty cool though. What do you think, Laws? What do you think, little Shiggy? Ah, baby. This thing's pretty cool. Alright, let's talk about Jeff's Z for a second. We both bought Z's right around the same time. He's running the Koenig Hypergrams with some BC BR series shocks, the GK Tech steering angle kit. You can see it kind of down there. Don't know what tires he's on, but inside pretty much full interior. Got a seat,
It's like, you know, I like doing
Momo seat, steering wheel.
better, you know, events like grid light is so much better than, you know, than actually doing the Pro 2 stuff.
Handbrake with a Quan grip.
No, but
Are you sad?
I'm tired, bro.
You slept all night, dude. I got there at 3 in the morning.
Takes a lot out
Your
of
poor VQ. Time to put an LS in it.
it. Dang right, dude.
You got Jonathan Hurst out here. Kentucky boy. Twin turbo LS. I've showed you guys this car in previous videos. Long time ago. Pretty cool. I'm gonna try and see if I can get somebody to hold this camera. I'll go get this line.
Very good. I'll just keep it running.
Yeah, fucking record there.
Do you have Premiere?
Final cut.
Okay, so if I flip it upside down and get close to your wheel, you can do cool stuff like that too?
Can.
Okay.
I'm pretty lazy when it comes down to it.
Okay.
Usually I'm editing like 40-minute vlogs.
Yeah.
So it's just, I pretty much just chop and cut clips.
Okay. All right. Well, it seems you got a round of applause earned out of it, so that seems to be working for you. I'm just having this pointed at Caleb this whole time. I guess I'm standing in for his wife. He just got a kid.
So far so good. We got some laps in. The car is definitely not what I want it to be. It's not there yet. It is very far from perfect. And hold on. To be completely honest, it kind of drives like shit right now, but it is what it is. the good news is that I've done 25 laps. 25 laps and I'm still at about 40% tire tread, which is fucking awesome. I did bring out some Accelera 651 Sports, but I know for a fact the Z is not going to spin this tire, so I brought these instead, 255, 35, 18 PHIs. And you know, I was curious how these things would do in the heat. It is extremely hot out here today. It's hot. There's a lot of driving going on, about 250 horsepower with this car, and I have not one sign of chunking or anything yet. So really excited about this tire. I'm gonna link these in the description. You can get them on the Tire Streets website and use my my discount code Quanbeck 18, get a discount and some free shipping. And yeah, up front we got the 651 Sports. They've been doing great all day. But yeah, I think the biggest thing is the alignment is terrible.
Jordan Burke, 001 on the road side, goes to 688. Or no, I'm sorry, 49 out there today before first round. You want to get in before you. Go see Uncle Bill Burke.
Open up in the power side, you got John Madden, John Nova, and Hunter Gillen in the dragster on the right-hand side.
Oh!
Still sitting at that 427.
Have a camera!
Oh, that was on camera. I swear that hurt actually. Dang.
Number 3, Herbert of 4. And Dwayne, number 6. Here momentarily, junior drivers, running them on up. Next one. That's now for the round. The Cowboys put 460 with the 2-1.
Wow, Caleb gets all the cool stuff.
I made it back home to Kentucky, and I just wanted to chat a little bit in this outro about the weekend and what took place and how it went, whatnot. So I'd like to start off by saying thank you to the Drift Indy staff, the Kill Care staff, and all the homies in the Midwest up in Ohio. I had an absolute blast, and I will 100% be coming back. All the fans that came up said hi. The car in the beginning, it was a 2-day event. The car on the first day was terrible, and it kept wanting to spin out, and I added more angle to the car with the GK Tech steering kit, which did great. Had no problems with the steering kit all weekend. Did about 60 something laps. What happened was there was some toe out in the back with my shitty alignment that I did myself, and so we fixed the toe, and the second day the car shredded. Still very underpowered. A few things that made it a little bit easier to drive was the Link standalone ECU that we installed. We put a tune on it. We didn't have a lot of time to be trying to put more power into the car, but what we did was basically get rid of the OEM like drive-by-wire delay when you hit the throttle. It's some people, I'm pretty sure nobody likes that. But anyways, we deleted that and got the car driving a lot better than it was. So it was able to keep up with most cars, but because I went up there, a bunch of my friends from Pro 2 were there with their Pro 2 cars, and there was no way I was catching those cars. I was cutting the track and driving with minimal angle to keep up, but it was still a lot of fun. Let's see what else. Oh yeah, So there's two fans that are controlled by the ECU, and I'd never drifted this car before. This was the car's first drift event, and one of the fans was not turning on all weekend, and it probably wasn't turning on the whole time I've had the car, but I just never noticed because it was never getting thrashed on. So yeah, the car, after about 2 or 3 laps, it would overheat. I had to keep an eye on that. The manifold was getting real hot, so I had to keep water and spray bottle on the intake manifold. The clutch pedal got stuck to the floor a couple times and then bounced back, which is pretty weird. I don't know if the clutch got glazed over, it got hot, whatever. I know that the slave cylinders in these cars tend to go bad. I used to have that problem all the time with my CD09. But yeah, it was weird. I would basically do a burnout without putting my left foot on the brake and just basically spin the disc inside on the output shaft or input shaft, whatever, and try to clear the disc off, and then it would grab again. So the clutch is probably smoked in this thing. This was a lot of fun, but going to these events and the people that I'm kind of grouped up with at these events by the staff is usually guys with pro cars or very nice cars that make a lot more power, and this car is just not capable. I feel like kind of a fool out there. If I had a group of friends that all had Z's that we could shred together and, you know, with the same horsepower cars, that's one thing, but I don't have that. Most of my friends have a lot of horsepower. This motor has 185,000 miles on it, burns oil. Jeff Donati's blew up, sad day, but this motor's on its way out. It's not knocking or doing anything weird. It still runs and drives. I'm still going to drive it to work, but I think in order to keep this going and go to these events and shred with the big dogs, you know, we need a little bit more power. So we had some options, and the one that makes the most sense with my partners and the people involved is to put an LS in it. Not a built LS, and we'll talk about this LS later, but I think that's going to happen a lot sooner than I had anticipated. There's other events on the schedule, and this car needs to be able to keep up, put on a good show, and make it worth it for these event organizations to bring me out. If it doesn't make sense, why would they do it? You know what I mean?
I think it is. I think it's a poisonous snake. Oh my god.
How do you tell if it's poisonous?
I don't know, but I think it is.
Why, you're just making that up?
No, I'm not.
What kind of snake do you think it is?
Like, a copperhead snake?
Don't copperheads have a rattler on it?
No, that's a rattlesnake.
Oh.
Copperheads are like brown snakes with diamond patterns on them.
Lolly, it's a snake.
Or is it a rattlesnake?
There's a snake in my boot.
There's a snake in the driveway.
Okay. Hold on, I'll fix this. Come here and focus my camera.
You're not going to shoot it, are you?
Thanks for watching my video, guys. And please do me a favor, turn the notification bell on, because my videos get like 3,000 views, so I guess any notification would help. And Lolly and Raven, say goodbye.